Hello, it's Damien here from Spark Angels. Today we're going to be doing another repair. We're going to be doing the MacBook Pro. So the screen on it is all damaged. So I'll show you the screen. So I don't know if you can see that on camera, but the LCD doesn't work on that part of the screen. Work on that part of the screen. It's got a big grey mark there. Alright, so we're going to get that replaced. So first off, you want to take out all the screws on the back of the device. Oh yeah, and today we do have sounds of whales in the background, so hopefully whale music is nice to most people. As per normal, obviously, if you would like to comment on the video down below, if you've got any questions, or if you'd like to know anything. Otherwise, you can personal message us with any quotes or anything you would like to get repaired. That'd be great. Alright, so just taking off the last few screws here. So once the screws are taken out, you just want to lift it up. There will be a little bit of tension behind it, but there's nothing that will get caught or damaged behind it, so just lift it up, obviously, as long as you're not putting any metal tool underneath it. Just use your hands, ply it up, and you'll have the back of the device. Alright, so to undo the screen, there are a few little screws that are under these gaskets here. It will rubber little gaskets it will take off. So like there, and you can see there's 3 screws, and it'll be the same on the top there. So you can take both of those off. Alright, and then you've got a connector down here for the screen. You want to just pop the little metal tool. It's kind of stuck down with adhesive. It's got a little black bit, you just want to pop it up and then pull it back on itself, and then that will pull that connector out. And then on the top part, you've got 3 connectors over there, little circular connectors, so you just want to pop them up. Just get a metal tool, just gently get in and pop them up. I'll pop all 3 of those up. And then you've got a cable that runs all the way along there, runs up there behind this little plastic bit, goes up there and into that connector there. You want to unplug that one. So that one is a simple case of just pulling it back. So you just get your nails, you just get in the corner bits and pull it back, and that's that connector out. And then you can just pull it off. It'll just run an adhesive all the way along the side there, and all the way down there. Right, so now we need to undo the screws. Right, so you want to undo the screws. Like I said, it's got 3 screws on either side. What generally is a good idea first is open up the screen, kind of lay it flat alongside. I'll move that over a little bit, just like that, so you can see the screws. And that what that'll do is, once you've done these screws, the screen opens like that on that hinge. And if you undo the screws and then try and open up the screen, it will open it up, but it's a little bit more of a struggle and it can move around. So with doing it like this first, you can get to the point where you can undo the screws and you can just pop it straight off. So we'll undo those screws on there. Obviously, with as well, hanging a screen off like this, you will need to hold the screen because it might slip out. It probably won't, but there's a potential it might slip out, so you just need to obviously hold it. I mean, if you're replacing a screen that is broken, it shouldn't matter too much, but just for safety, you want to hold it there. So once the screws are out, you need to do, alright, so it's got these two little things that hold the screen, that part, the middle part of the screen in place as well, so you just need to undo them as well. So it's just these little tiny screws. See, as you can see, the screen is all flaps around now and it doesn't have any tension to it. You've got these little screws right there that sits with this bracket that you want to take out as well. So that comes out with the little bracket. Sometimes the bracket will stay, so you obviously just need to take that out yourself. Like that one. So you just want to pick up the bracket, just get little tweezers. Pop out the bracket. Alright, so now once that's done, you can just pull up and then the screen will come out. Alright, so that's the old broken screen. So we'll put that to one side. And we'll grab the new screen. It's a new screen, all nice and shiny. So with the screen, these little bits are folded and you can't just pull on them to pull them up. So you kind of need to lift them out. Now with lifting them out, the best thing to probably do is get the end of a screwdriver, just get it in. Obviously don't go too far so you'll hit the screen, but just get it in one hole and just put force on pushing it that way and then just pull it back and that will open up. Obviously do it gently, don't just kind of pull it quick because you might end up breaking that part there. So just nice and gently get in the hole, put some tension on it and move it back like so. Alright, so then what you need to do is just make sure all the cables are all on that side and just lay it in place. Right. So the screen will flap around, you just want to hold it so it doesn't bang around, and then you want to get little parts that hold the screen in place and put them in. So once that's screwed in, you still want to hold the screen. I mean, obviously that will keep the screen in place, but you still want to hold the screen so just not flapping around and hitting your table. And then you want to screw in the 3 screws on either side that holds the screen. So starting off with this side, with this cable, it does have 2 little holes on it which need to line up with the actual holes on the screen. So if you just want to line them up and then screw those ones in place. So do all 3 screws.
Because it does take a while. They take a while to open up. They're not like the phones. iPads are a different process to open up. So yeah.
Right. These screws here just go straight in. There's nothing that you need to put extra. Just put them straight in. Right. So once that's in, you can see the screen's holding in place. And it has the tension now and stays in place. Right. So what you want to do now is just get this cable back into place. So it'll only go in one way. It's a flat cable as well. You should pop in place, put the connector in, just line it up and then push it straight up. Once that's in, you'll see the cable will pretty much fall directly in place. Make sure the cable obviously isn't sitting above any kind of bits, it's all tucked in and tucked away. And then these 3 connectors here will just go straight into place, and they kind of go from left to right. They're flat tied there, so you should just be able to go from left to right and pop them all in.
Yeah. Yeah, that is correct. Alright. Okay.
There we go. So that's all those popped in.
Thank you.
Like I said, make sure the cable isn't sitting above anything, because if it's sitting above anything, once you put the screen back, or the rear case back on, it'll press down, and if it presses down and pushes that cable against something, it could damage it. So you want to make sure that everything's sitting kind of tucked in and tucked away. Alright, and then lastly you've got the connector at the end here. It's got the little metal bracket. Just want to slot it in and then pull the metal bracket towards the connector on the main board until you feel it pop into place. Once it pops in place, you can push that bracket down and you'll feel it clip in. If it clips in, it's all 100%. Obviously, like I said, make sure that the cable is underneath everything that needs to be and is nice and flat and flush. Right, so once that's done, you can put all these little rubber brackets back on, and they only go in one way. There we go. And then what you need to do is pop the rear back on. So what you can do now is you can actually close up the case, just so we can put the rear back on. So the rear obviously only goes in one way as well. Go straight down. Put that back in place again. There we go, so the rear goes straight down. Obviously, if you're having to force the case on, then one of your cables might be risen too high, so you want to take it back off and have a check. But just want to push down lightly, make sure it's nice and flush, and it should just kind of sit into place. If it doesn't sit in place, then you know there's something stuck behind it. So take it back off and have a quick look. Don't just try and screw it down because you could damage something. So once that's done, I'll screw that back into place. back into place. So you can turn it around, all nice and fresh. Open it up. We can peel off the little screen protector. We'll power it on. As you can see, that little marker was there. Not the easiest thing to see, but as you can see, it turns on. There we go. It's not there anymore, and that is a nice, fully working screen again. You can see it closes nice and flush again. It's all good. Right. So that was a replacement on a MacBook. I think it was A1502. Yeah, A1502. Nice little screen replacement on that. Obviously, as per normal, got any questions, you can feel free to leave them in the comment, or you can personal message us if you got a MacBook that's got the same problem, or a MacBook that's got anything else. Obviously, I hope you enjoyed the sounds of the whale music. Yeah, and that was a MacBook repair. So I'll see you guys in the next video. This is Damien from Spark Angels, and I'll see you guys later.